Being lifted 20 feet in the air by a dude called Death Knight, the devs just gave up on his name. I looked at the three stooges of my abuse and wondered who's to blame for the soul-sucking hand I'm getting. Let me explain this guy's role. So you want me to go down these two dungeons, kill both bosses that reside there, and get an item related to your interests, so you can see glimpses of the future. I like femboys. You are the biggest crackhead in this game, and we have dudes addicted to frenzied. What the hell is that? This cave has such an eerie feeling to it that you just can't help having a bit of sympathy for these dumb cunt. Can't really say this other dungeon is any better since I'm turning into a heart patient in South Asia. Peter Potter picked a pack of pickled peppers, a pack of pickled peppers, Peter Potter picked. Peter Potter. Last time I met you, you chased me around Beirut, so I had to send you to the pits of Tartarus. Good luck on your own, man. I can tell you what, pussy. Go on. They're made of what? I swear I had no idea there were people inside. Would you have really acted any different? You're a bellend, you know that? Okay, I'm just talking to myself at this point, which also goes for like 5 parts in this video. I'm sorry, but did you learn nothing from the Vietnamese? There's a slight problem with the quality being absolute garbage, so I'm gonna slap as many effects on the screen to distract you from it. Well, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Here's your stupid ass item. Put it on. I don't know how to make a montage, so pretend you just saw like some really cool things like that's gonna come later on in the video with some music. Yeah. How did you put music in a vision? Meow for me. I'm not doing that. You absolute twit. I brought this item specifically to you. I said purr. You bowl-cut headed prick. You have the same hair. Now on the last episode, I traveled to the Great British Empire, encountering the kind mud people of Essex. Hit the Yonki Sploky with the dancing dumpy. Went to therapy after dying 127 times to Rolana to learn that I'm actually a Korean princess because they're attracted to redheads. And I did this. What you can make it like ain't you brothers? Trying to build a Disney because you're gonna love from your mother. Regardless, we have more traumatized children of America to beat, more British voice actors going insane, and a worryingly amount of femboy references to make. After surviving a back-to-back pounding from Rolana, you are immediately hit with the fact that you have to fight the game crashers. But Torrent went on autopilot for me, and you know we could have just ran past them, right? You know the weight of your sins can't escape my Curse broken? Don't ignore me, bitch. Look, this DLC is great so far. Aside from being one-shotted by everything. He's digging in. But I think it's missing that final you know? It's definitely not this bloke here. He has the best dental care in all of Britain, the body structure of a foot long, and a magical girl horn. What I'm saying is that we need more banger boss fights. And this guy ain't it. Let me give you a hypothetical situation. He's digging in me. He's digging in me. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier, and grow up to be a hippo personality is supposed to be yet, so that's why you're so angry? I feel like a hypocrite now. Alright, he's down. I just had to hit him with a hypocritical attack. That was such a random ass boss, I'm not gonna lie. But still kinda cool. Let's get on to the Shadow Keep. You misunderstood the spear joke. I swear I was talking about your weapon. We have Duffus over here pounding me to the table, and Dimbus making sure I take all the arrows to the knees. So this guy is the first of many in the lobotomy lancer type enemy, and they hurt a lot.
I like having my balls kicked. Did you see my message?
No, I didn't.
I like having my balls kicked.
I didn't get your message.
I like being kicked in the balls.
Soon, the twink trifecta will be complete. Redheads are the goats, man. Of course I'll help you. Look, all I'm saying is that to progress through the area, you gotta jump on this guy's grippers. Miyazaki, you sick son of a... Hey man, I've actually been working undercover spying on Mesmer for years. If you need anything... I'm never trusting redheads again. So today I'll be talking about why Itadori is the goat. Your series got a groomer. I know you ain't talking. Your series fell off when your guy fell off. All you got is Gooner people as your fans. Trying to beat people like Goku. So anyways, that's about it. See ya. Oh son, those that triumph throughout tribulations, toughen to take. Testicular torsion. I am Algoranic. Blade of Maul? I don't know, man. That whole situation is messed up. I was having a great conversation with this person until I mentioned the fact that I can recite German's version of enemy line by line.
Are you here to play with me? I am the all-knowing God, Neil. I'm sorry. I sided with the captain because he's massive.
Oh no, I've fallen. I'm sure I've left you all mesmerized. I'll be here all night. Hey, don't ask why the room turned green when I entered it. Now the build-up since the start of this DLC comes to fruition. I'm a lamp. This guy's mind is about to be torn in two. Watch. Boo. This game has peaked. But speaking of peaks, let's get it.
Mongrel intruder. That tarnished, it seemeth. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light? Yet, my purpose standeth unchanged. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
Finally, I get to talk about this fight. It's so... man. The moment you enter the DLC, you feel all 18 inches of Mesmer's presence. From Ballarat to basically the end of the game. Mesmer's influence dwells in pretty much any area you go to, feeding into this uncanny build-up of a tyrant who's out here leveling entire races. But in classic FromSoft tradition, they hit you with a switch-up. As once you face off with Mesmer, you realize he just has mommy issues. And honestly, fair. Mesmer's moves somehow have this satisfying flow to them, where his combos connect in a really flashy way without taking away the fact that they're still dodgeable. Unlike his sister, he's got moves like the French fencing festivities, following that up with the berserk battlefield bitch, and of course grabbing you, throwing you, and stabbing you, because that just runs in the family apparently. How are these demigods this flexible, man? He's slithering his way throughout the entire arena while chucking spears and bringing spheres towards you. His moveset is crazy, man, but the standout thing to me was Mesmer's character, and that's explored more in the second phase.
I will not suffer. A lord devoid of light. No, mother, forgive me. soon tarnished. Wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent, shorn of light?
As most bosses go in this game, they give you minimal dialogue. But those lines stick with you, man. The introduction to Mesmer has you seeing how tired and chained he is to his mother's orders. And that he's just fighting you as he kinda has to. The second phase transition pushes his character to the limit, with him breaking the restriction on his curse and proceeding to go batshit crazy on you. This is peak FromSoft, man. Developing characters while later on giving satisfying conclusions to their arc, tying them in with the main themes of the story without taking anything away from gameplay. No one is doing it like them, and no one is doing it like this man right here. Look at these moves. He went from ball to snake to ball snake. That is peak development right there. There is snakes on snakes on snakes that he's throwing at you. You're trying to focus on one and the other one is circling around you, and then it turns into a slime, and Mesmer is absolutely losing his shit on the other side and sends even more snakes, and then he does the It is genuinely such a good fight, and it checks out all the boxes you need. Whether you're here for the lore, the gameplay, the skinny man, it doesn't matter. It has it all. And Mesmer is joining the ranks of the most goated FromSoft bosses.
Mother. America. A curse upon thee.
I mean, it's either him or...
BAYLE! Vile BAYLE! Oh, terror incarnate! There is life in me yet!
God damn, man. What did he do to you?
Man came here looking like a homeless version of Scarecrow, and then the spirit decided to shit yourself. Get cock-shamed.
I'd be pissed too if that happened. You're not supposed to be here. Where do I even find BAYLE? Oh. Now this cave is to find the right words. It sucks. You start off with fighting the most stable.
Ben 10 Ultimate Alien Cosmic Destruction fan.
And I don't know how true this is, but apparently he's the reason why Egon's injured down there. And it's way funnier to think that, so I'm just leaving that in. Actually venturing into the cave brings you to Cthulhu and his band of immortal dickheads who just chase you around. And then you have a magma dragon just chilling in this beautiful area until he starts releasing the load on your ass, in which you then proceed to offer your blood to the giant cauldron. And they push you down as the South Asian genes would contaminate the entire bloodline. That brings you face to face with.
I heard you androids have a big dingling.
That doesn't ring any bells.
Give me your knob.
You missed, you ancient ass.
Did I?
Yep, my shaboing boing is still intact.
Well, I was actually going for Aishtaru.
You dumbass voice actor, you're not supposed to say
Leave me alone. I'm going to weigh your heart against the feather of Anubis. If you haven't been up to anything mischievous, you have nothing to worry about. If you have, you'll find out in about...
So that's why you're so angry? I feel like a hypocrite now. I have nothing to hide. You daft draconic dickhead. You weren't even there. You don't know the full story. You were probably under.
Under where?
I regret nothing.
Are you aware of Sisyphus?
I don't want to talk to you, bro.
Sisyphus spent his life for the ball, made by ball, born by the ball, and undone by the ball.
Why are you telling me this, you rumpsack?
I'm saying you and Sisyphus like balls. Let's look at your next atrocity.
Capital crying little eyes out. And Albert's got a case. Why is they around? Certified. Omen boy, certified. Pedophile.
Do I even gotta say anything?
Look, that was right after the beef. I was hyped up and everything.
Say the chorus.
Suck a green lean jelly bean. I ain't saying shit.
You're not getting past here until you sing it.
Mog not like us. Mog not like us. Mog not like us.
Such horrendous vocals and rhyming combined together to make the most garbage cover I've ever heard.
Suck a dick. How did you know I had a chorus? In fact, how do you know of any of the dumbass shite I've done? We're finally here. Based on what I gathered in the lore, I'm pretty much going to fight the Stalin of Dragon, which is great because the KGB stands in front of me. KGB standing for the Australian Special, I can't say, Gargantuan Gaiad because I don't know what else to say, and the behemoth known as Sex. That's literally his name. And this guy lives up to his title as he's helping me realize that Gwyn did nothing wrong. Also, if you're wondering how I could beat the likes of that one, the hungry hippo and coconut head, but lose to a normal dragon, well, it's because I keep giggling imagine dragging these nuts to myself anytime I fight him. In other words, I ain't built for this. So I'm just gonna hop, skip, and get violated by these electric goats because this game won't let me have a single moment of levity. Hey, how's it going?
Look, your smelly Genshin Impact playing anime watching submissive ass ain't gonna stand a chance against the upcoming dragons if you don't get your shite together.
All I did was say hi. Also, how do you know that last part?
Luckily, we got the moves that'll make you shatter moons while popping both those balloons, leaving nothing in your trail set tombs.
What? Giga Senpai, CQC. That just looks like I wrote cock on the screen. Fiend Butcher. Lightning applause. How do I stop shooting? How do... Paradigm, the final milk vendor. Are you seeing this shit, man? I can ride on lava and jump in the air. A lot of katanas. I'd say all that Sekiro helped, but it took me 3 months to beat the Bell Ogre guy thing. Slave Knight Gale. It's literally just a Gale. Catching these hands. These things are a poise penetrator. The impact frame. All these weapons are from the Cleaver moveset modpad. Please check that out. That's great. How do I get those?
We want you to meow.
You cannot be serious. In order to remain in sync, do I gotta embrace the twink? No. Because what are femboys really? Are they not men embracing a feminine face and packing a pee-pee sized? Do they not make us feel like we're being suffocated by Shaquille O'Neal? They make dudes confused, even the ones that are amused. Women wanna be them, and men wanna be with them. We need them. So... meow. Snake, I was mid-straw, Colonel. I'm trying to sneak around, but my voluptuous sack isn't fitting in the pool of blood. What should I do? Snake, I'm invincible. I can feel my nipples through this suit. I'm gonna monsoon. I think you get the idea that these weapons are OP, but I feel like I'm still missing something. So I took a page out of Radhan's book and made Torrent carry my Albusi all the way to the top, where I shrunk down to fight with a slug called Slugon against the evil slug dictator known as Snail to liberate the slugs from his evil rule. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about anymore, so let's just move on.
Drake Warrior.
I'm on Kendrick's side.
Dear friend, grant me this one wish. Take this finger, my finger, scale the jagged peak, face BAYLE the Dread, and when you do, summon me. Summon my soul.
I get it, man. You need my help to stop BAYLE, since he keeps on disturbing the peace.
Curse you, BAYLE! I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, a true Drake warrior, and I, Egon, your fears made flesh.
I'm not even gonna hide it. This is straight up a play session for BAYLE. The jagged peak lives up to the latter half of its name, as scaling it has to be the most giga nut-worthy spectacle I've experienced. The allure of the place is already set in stone the moment it catches your eye, and the further you go up, the more you are rewarded with fights, sights, and a piece of shit environment, alongside with learning more about BAYLE. And this guy is just the biggest dickhead. It starts off with BAYLE beefing with Lord Pickpackpo, knocking off both his heads and then running away to the Shadow Realm. BAYLE is described by every NPC as being the spawn from the 7th hell. I'm surprised him and Mesmer never met up, as they could have been tyrannical tyrants torching towns together. All of this is in service to hype you up for this fight. And holy shit, is it just high octane moves back to back. There's lightning and rocks flying everywhere. BAYLE flying into you so hard he's clipping through the camera. Every move of his has this feeling of, how am I gonna dodge that? How am I? Of course I knew how to dodge that. We got the Shadow the Hedgehog special. We got the Miyazaki masterpiece. We got the keeping you warm at night and whispering everything's gonna be alright. We got those flames that I swear are bending in whatever direction you roll. You see that shit? Every attack feeds into the intensity of the battle, with each strike building up to something larger, until both BAYLE and the music, which has been absolutely beautiful by the way, comes to a halt. And it starts rising back up as it reaches the... BAYLE's moves in the second phase send you to the moon. They gave Godzilla wings and started having him laser you in a perpendicular pattern. He also has a sparkly hand. I'm fighting for my life to dodge these moves. They are just so vibrant and flashy. It elevates this boss fight to the next level. But there is one final touch that makes this boss fight one of the greatest in the game. And he's been screaming in the background this entire time. Egon. From his first encounter, you are immediately drawn in with Richard Linta's phenomenal performance. He keeps you invested throughout the entire journey with amazing lines like, keep bringing these British theater actors, man. They're absolutely killing it. This adds a lot to the dynamic of BAYLE and Egon, which is fun, man. You are thrown into the middle of this feud, watching these two guys who absolutely despise each other. Egon hates BAYLE with such a passion. He's screaming bloody murder anytime his name is mentioned. And BAYLE just hates everyone. It's amazing. Their relationship adds another layer to this fight, raising the stakes while getting you invested in this whole section. It combines aspects that come together to form a boss fight that's so dumb, man.
You shall haunt me no longer.
That boss fight was such a frenzy. Such a shitty ass transition. You know, I'd say we're in Australia, the giveaway being whatever that is. So, you missed the gender reveal party. Oh, boy or girl? No one lived. You burned it down, didn't you? Yep. Why? They say Charizard wasn't unique or special as a starter. Look, everyone has different tastes. Doesn't they were fan. Arson was a mercy. You know, you make a great point. I want you to go talk to them. Now, every being in my body is tearing itself apart at the thought of me even attempting to make that joke. However, I know of a way that I can do it and subvert expectations. I can make you, Gilbert, let out a little I know you do. All I need is one piece. Remember when this guy's art was just straight up a uterus?
Check under your foreskin.
Yo! This is all the corrupt government out there.
Let's go!
I would make a monk training joke here, but I think that would be too mainstream.
If you make one more shitty part of this video, I will gut you.
Hello everybody, my name is Welcome.
So hey, I don't know if you heard, but Father Hippo recently passed away due to a case of... Now I'm no expert, but it's usually passed down. You wouldn't want to have inherited anything. While I was having my insides rearranged by the hippo, I saw my life flash before my eyes. I saw the first time I met Navia. I saw that time I beat Ishin 3 years after starting Sekiro. And I saw a question I yet to receive an answer to. Why did Kojima name him Deep Throat?
Deep Throat.
Deep Throat. Deep Throat. Deep Throat. Deep Throat. I don't speak Italian. So how's everyone's mothers? Remember that time Miyazaki put a parkour level in an area with no lights in Dark Souls 1? This is essentially that, but replace those dumbass skeletons with the sunflower from Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 and fall into your death with this thing that looks like Quagmire when you turn into a toilet with explosives. Let's get all of the lights in here. Kanye, man, why did you start mumbling in 5:30? I've seen the complete video and you still put the mumble one on? Come on, man. What are you, what's the... How do you deal with the enemy that is there to remove that little you get after finding a precious item? You don't, as you don't need everything in this game. Alright, second light time. Can't wait to see what's hiding behind here. Sir Jerma, 37 years ago, I sent you on a mission to find a suitable host for my omnipotence. What have your efforts brought me? I got sidetracked on my mission, sir. I needed to get that stupid rat, sir. Did you do it?
This way, please.
Do better. Till the next eclipse.
What a thrill with dark.
Hello, everyone.
Well, this place looks inviting. Look, it was a your mom joke, man. Everyone in the show is crazy, man. You all got issues that I can't even... Oh my lord, not again.
You arrived exactly on time. Just another one of the things I predicted about you.
Yeah? Did you expect I'd hit the electric boogaloo?
Well, I did predict your IQ would be equal to that of the average communications major.
Wow. You know, my spirit summon is a horse because I just love Berserk so much. What's yours? The Reddit joke writes itself. I mean, literally, I'm writing it.
Let me inquire. Haven't you dabbled a little into Reddit?
Nope. Why'd that come from my ass?
A terrific question. I hooked you up to an lie detector test. To proceed to the next area, you must debate moi.
Really pushing that Reddit mod title, aren't you?
Lie during this debate and well... I know what you're gonna ask. When did I put this detector on you? Well, if you would so kindly recall the tenga you picked up.
I didn't keep it. Alright, fine.
On to my first point. Wormrug des Blancmont Kalender na pop.
Was sagt das aus English?
You have 5 seconds.
Alright, let's stick with the facts. He's a Reddit mod, so we'll assume he says something intellectual, or he was being a dickhead. He definitely peruses r/nice guys. Maybe he's on Fursuit Friday, and I hope to God he isn't on that subreddit where people shove metal objects in there. Well, considering I'm getting electrocuted by a tenga, I'd say he browses through there. Lil Luchi Bella and thinks he's Ayano Koji with the way he's talking, so he's trying to trap me. Little does he know that I brought up traps like 4 times in this video. So with all those clues, it can only be one thing.
He's been staring at me for the past 30 seconds. I have no idea what I even said to him. I just imitated that video, man. The white guy speaks Dutch. Dutch people come.
Alright, my answer is no. I've never been pegged. I've never been pegged. I've never been pegged.
That is truth?
Guess who's beating these submissive allegations? Your lie detector sucks ass, you know that? You are tweaking out, buddy, so I'm just gonna leave. But before I go, could you fix that,
Your tenga is now safe to use.
Okay, just say it out loud.
You not only won the case, no, you, sir, won the internet.
Let's go on to the next area. What the hell, Torrent? I ain't scared of nothing, man, but that thing? Hell nah, man. Hell nah. Stupid ass horse, man. And screw this forest, screw these dumbass rip-off Bloodborne enemies, and screw Konami for kicking out Kojima. I'm going to get fingered. 3 of them. After watching countless Vati videos, I think I got the gist of this area. Welcome to the Pegging Palace. The victims residing here have and were invited to expand their minds until they were weak in the knees. I see why that dickhead Torrent had to run away. They say the owner of this fine establishment was subjected to the most brutal session of them all. You can still hear his screams to this day. So I'm gonna shove this in him. I'm sure he can endure it. So apparently in a previous life, I hurt this man so bad that he came back to beat my ass until I see stars. Scourge her down. Down the hall, we interrupt the Last Supper with a move I call They Definitely Attacked Me First, so I'll retaliate with explosives. This is surprisingly the tamest library Miyazaki has made, considering the things we have to compare are the most accommodating Australian arachnid and literal hell. So here I'm given 2 impossible choices to proceed, and I'm pretty sure I went the right path. It doesn't stop there, as the next choices are so awful that I'd rather take my chances with the rats on the other side, since out of the 3 plagues, at least the rats offer death instead of that. This photo shows that Midra was once a family man, until he tried to pull for the rat. He lost everything after that. But he gained something new, being a bottom and welcoming the frenzied flame, just like you. We kick off a ranged battle with the most buff Genshin Impact player as he braces himself for the epic wrath of my Kamehameha, which is really just me yelling at him while trying to reach my snacks. What is stupid ass ChatGPT? Just took a shot at me.
Depths of your foolishness!
I think you got something in your depths. Does that rod start or end at your head?
Enough. I have endured more than enough. I ask you forgive me, dearest Navia.
Everything centered around the frenzied flame is built with such intrigue and mystery. You're telling me the Chaos God got so pissed off at the world that he developed a 3rd finger just to flip everyone off and burn everything in his path. Sitting at the very bottom of the world is this freaky ass eldritch horror creature that fingers you for a power up in exchange for your soul. So having a boss fight centered around that is bound to be a banger. What's interesting about Midra's build up is that you don't know where or when this guy's gonna show up. Both Mesmer and BAYLE have these giant structures that you know you're going to climb and fight something once you reach the top. For Midra, it's really subtle how they lead you through this evil dark dungeon, which then leads to a mini boss, which then leads to a swamp because Miyazaki couldn't control himself, and finally arriving at midra. Also, look at this stupid ass swamp. FromSoft snuck a Metal Gear stealth section where you get chased by Olympic runners if you get spotted. The manor continues to hold up that air of mystery as your mind tries to connect the dots of what happened to the place for it to be in such a state. Now coming to the man himself. He has a hour worth of build up and he delivers onto that majestically. I mean, way too majestically. Like, how are you moving this smoothly? You are a walking noob. His design really stands out as his tattered and ragged robe and body that's flailing about as he pokes you with his stick, all supporting that kind of sick black hole sun thing. Every attack Midra has looks like he's on the verge of just freaking letting go at any second. The second phase is when shit goes down. Midra ascends into the holy light only to bring the light closer to you. The manor is engulfed in flames. Midra is completely off the spectrum now. He is using his candlestick to spew flames at you from every which direction. He spawns a bigger version of his head and it starts chasing you. His twirly whirly leads into even more combos. It is a desperate fight where you have to put down this monstrosity before it's set out onto the world. I think this is a way of showing what's in store for you when you pick the frenzied flamen and what your character will end up as. Unlike Mesmer, Midra reaches his conclusion right at the beginning of the fight, and the rest is seeing the after effects of it. It is pretty horrifying, but why'd they make it look so sick, man? Man, fuck the frenzied flame.